So what happened here is, right, we're starting an ArcMap. map. We get all of our geodatabase file set up. We have the curb lines, sidewalks, any of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
From there, we come in to Trimble Business Center, and we have to create the connection.
Okay.
So I already created one.
Okay.
So here we'll just create AIMS tutorial 2.
Okay.
We click add.
Okay.
And then the database type.
Okay.
Right.
So if you have file geodata, so we just have to connect
Yep.
to the geodatabase from there.
Yep.
Okay.
We click OK. And here it's going to ask you, and this is where it all goes wrong. Right? Is you need to make sure that the coordinate system you're using for this survey equipment matches your geodatabase coordinate system, right?
So that means it would be the Colorado North datum essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So
So if you use the survey one, it goes wrong because they've used a different naming.
yeah. So you can change the coordinate system to match the GIS, which
Okay.
is okay. Keep them both, so then it could possibly be something unique on the GIS, a custom one, and the surveyor used their own custom coordinate system, but they actually match. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Or you can consider them to be one and the same.
Okay. So
And-
that would probably be the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Consider them to be one and the same. And the next screen, it's going to bring up a almost like an Excel sheet, and it'll highlight the differences are the same, right?
Okay.
We'll click OK. And let it close after I remove this one. Okay. Let it close. Okay. So from here, there's still no data being shown, even though there's a ton of data in there. So we got to get the GIS schema.
Okay.
Right. So what this is doing is this is the thing that makes it all work.
Gotcha.
Right? This is the translator between the GIS software to the survey world.
Okay.
Right. So we'll get this. It's going to ask us what connection do we want, and there it comes. We'll give it the description. We'll just call this AIM
Hello, this is John.
Excel. The file name.
Hello, this is Johnny. Hey, Lance, how are you doing? I appreciate that.
And then-
That was quick.
We just got to hit this little square, tell it where we want.
All right, thank you very much.
And-
So I probably have it in my
Right,
email,
click save.
that ticket number.
And export.
Okay. So export, will that just go there? Or will that go to the geodatabase itself?
No, it's creating a separate.
Okay. Separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is the file format that has to go into Trimble Access.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So the Trimble Access geodatabase is called an FXL.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So now we're in Trimble's version of,
Okay.
ArcMap.
Trimble's version of ArcMap. Gotcha.
Yep. right? So it's going to tell us all the different codes that you would have to write
Okay.
or use. So let me come into landscape roads and sidewalk. So it should be SW for sidewalk.
Tech is on his way over.
Okay.
Okay. Let's close that. Okay. So we come into the gear
Okay.
and feature code processing.
Feature code processing. Okay.
Right. This is where we tell it which one. I'm gonna close this. So we're just gonna tell it we want the aims.
Okay. So that's where. Okay. So then for the lab. Okay. I just
Yep.
want. Okay.
So we'll click open.
Okay.
And then we want these to be checked.
Okay. So that way, everything that's read out there will come back here, okay,
Yep. So we'll hit
okay.
OK.
I think for a while, probably groups, probably 3 people in a group, probably the best.
So now we went from ArcMap, identified the database, came into TBC, we created the connection. Then we went and got the schema,
Okay,
right? Then we created the FXL.
okay,
Right now we gotta process the feature codes.
okay,
And the JXL is basically what's gonna come from the Trimble data collector,
okay,
right?
Okay.
So you're gonna export the JXL, that's gonna just be a drag and drop, and then that's where that comes in.
okay.
Alright.
So do we need to connect the thing to it?
It'll be a USB.
Oh, USB, okay.
I can go get the TCS three.
You have a USB?
Whatever.
Yeah, TC,
It's probably
TS.
that one we did. When we did it last.
Yeah.
So, you hit process sources.
Okay,
Do you want to view, I guess, yeah.
okay. Probably couldn't hurt to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that'll basically, so it's almost like a printout almost of what you're gonna do.
Yeah, so it, point count of unknown feature codes. And let's see if it did what it was supposed to do. I think it did. Let's see, what did I miss?
And all that right there is just, satellite data, I'm assuming?
Oh, there
A
we go.
feature, okay, so there's,
So, yeah, just a lot of the data was missing.
okay, okay,
Or was turned off.
okay,
So, Project Explorer is gonna be, everything that's in the file.
okay,
You'll be able to see the points,
okay,
right? So any of the points, you expand them, you'll be able to start to see, any of the photos that were associated with it.
okay, that's,
Right.
that's awesome, I like that.
We're working on his laptop right now. We're logged in.
Project, View Filter Manager is where you're gonna be able to turn layers on and off,
Okay,
right? The raw data from the data collector,
okay,
any of the warning blanks could be turned on and off. The raw data, which would be everything, right?
so everything from, say, this Trimble right here, okay?
Yep. So, yeah, when we go and, now we have a link between the two,
Gotcha.
ArcMap and TBC.
Okay,
So any data that we collect, using this FXL, as long as it's coded properly,
okay,
we bring that JXL back in, and then we'd process the feature code,
Okay.
and then it would write to GIS.
okay, then it goes back to ArcMap,
Then we're writing to that GVD database, right?
gotcha, okay,
And if you make any additional changes on ArcMap, we would read from GIS.
okay, so you can read features from GIS right here,
Yeah.
so, okay,
So those are that's basically all that there is to this module.
okay, okay, so,
So the brunt of the work is coming from ArcMap,
okay,
right? So, that's the hinge point of everything. If ArcMap isn't, created correctly,
okay, so you gotta make sure that ArcMap, everything's created correctly, you have the correct, feature classes,
Yeah.
have the geodatabase, and you have to have a geodatabase, so, and make sure it's in there, okay,
right? Because
so,
it can't work backwards. It can't start in the field come into TBC and go to ArcMap.
Yeah.
It won't work out.
I guess my question is, can it be very broad shape files, like let's say just Weld County or Greeley city limits? Can we still be able to create like roads and all that with just that, or do we need to be more specific?
You can.
Okay, you
Right.
can. Okay.
Just as long as the
The datum.
well, the datum has to match, and any, here it's called a feature code.
Feature.
right?
Okay.
I don't know what ArcMap calls it.
Attributes.
Attribute, right?
Yeah.
As long as that has the name.
Okay. So.
And the ability to draw the line,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Then once it comes into here, it doesn't know the difference. It doesn't care.
Okay.
Just
So.
was talking the right language.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I know that we can have, if you have a rough time downloading the data, it means you should be able to create your own data. Okay, good, I just want to make sure, okay, I just wanted to make sure, it didn't have to be too specific, it can be broadly based so that
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Because I know like students, for instance, let's say they work in an oil field and they have nothing out there, well, that way they can map it out there, as long as they have some type of shape file there to help them out. Okay, good news, okay, that's really good news.
Yeah, as long as there's specific name attributes that they can select. and
Gotcha.
Then the software will know what. right?
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Because if it's, and I might be misspeaking, but ArcMap allows you to attribute a point or attribute a line, right?
Yeah,
And if
basically one line will have it, and then one point will have the attribute data associated with it. That's correct.
Okay, yep, so, yeah, as long as it's done correctly on the ArcMap side,
Okay.
then it just becomes.
Okay.
Creating the connection.
Okay.
Right?
Well
The
then.
shapefile connection. And then you'd, get the schema for
Okay.
any of your attributes, how it's supposed to be named,
Okay.
and then it comes back.
Okay.
Does the schema come out of ArcNet?
ArcMap will create the database. TBC will take that database and convert it
Okay.
to the proper format for this,
Okay.
for the data collector.
Okay.
Right.
So then you have to put a file into the TBC then? Or it just, when it goes out, it starts talking to the.
So, once you get the connection, right, and the connection is just pointing the computer to the database,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And so then, once it knows where the database is, it's called get GIS schema. So all that's gonna do is it's gonna,
Read the database for the.
it's just gonna open the file that you told it where it's at,
Where it's at.
right? So if we look back over here, this is ArcMap. TBC is now looking at that same structure. So we have earth, landscape, road, structure, survey control, and utility.
Right down
Yep, so that one, and then the roads is just opened.
Yeah.
So if you close it, minimize it.
Maybe I can do it better with the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I have the same exact 6 categories, right, inside of TBC.
So is this the schema?
Correct. Well, that right there is all the feature layers for the feature classes. So, there might be some feature data sets, but you can't see it right there. You have to see it in our catalog.
So you got that down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we come into here. It's gonna, inside of this software, it's gonna create those symbols.
Okay.
Inside of here,
Left and
right.
signpost.
In TBC, it's all different. It's not gonna have the same icons or symbols or line types. But it will have its own unique,
Gotcha.
right? So
Gotcha.
As long as
there's,
the names match.
yep,
Yeah.
right, this TBC is more the stopgap to get the surveyor to give the mapping GIS.
Yeah, to print it out so that way students can see it and
So-
all that, or companies.
Because what's happening now is surveyors are doing all their work, coding it, making it look pretty, but it can't come back into here.
Gotcha.
So then the GIS guy is recreating the wheel.
Yeah.
Right, he's taking individual points, retracing everything, re-identifying and creating light poles and stuff, right?
Okay.
So,
Which what we're trying to do is go past that, so we can use their data to bring it in.
Yeah,
and not have to
exactly.
redo it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I